Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, my name is Yusuf and I am here gonna give you an explanation about phonetic, phonology, and morphology. Okay, the first one, phonetic is the scientific study of speech and it has four categories. So the first one, how speech sound are produced. And the second one is how they are used in spoken language. And the third one is how we can record speech sound with written symbol. And the last one, how we hear or recognize different sound. So it's all about phonetic. And it's defined two categories. The first one, articulatory, and then suprasegmental. Suprasegmental. Articulatory is non-deaf language, so it must be the sound. So when we can hear, so it's not about articulatory, because most of us are able to hear. And then we can only produce speech sound by moving part our body. So it happens in mouth and throat area. So we have to control for breathing that happen in the chest also. And articulation is defined as the act of speaking clearly. So these are the table of consonant in English word. There are bilabial, labiodental, interdental, alveolar, palatal, velar, and glottal. And also there are type of voiceless and voiced. So it's about sound and how we use for speech. And then writing sound transcripts. It is a system of symbol for sound is a phonetic alphabet. So, and when we are writing down a sound using phonetic alphabet, it's called phonetic transcription. And also the writer did their best to write the word the way they sound. So the sound and spelling, it must be correspondence. Such as example, made, it was pronounced made, but now it just made. And knife, just right now it's just knife. And read can be pronounced either read or read. And international phonetic alphabet. So the phonetician tried their best in 1887 to write how the the way the sound of the sound it must be can be understand from one language to another language. So they make IPA International Phonetic Alphabet. Okay. Right now, suprasegmental. It is the feature of sound. It is the characteristic. There are length, stress, and syllable. And also, it is has the same value as the manner of articulation. For one, length. In some languages, such as Japanese, the length of a consonant or vowel can change the meaning of a word. Okay, such as biru, that means building, but biru, it means beer. So it is change. It changed the meaning. Like saki, that means ahead, and saki mean before. And syllable start there are three syllable: monosyllabic, bisyllabic, multisyllabic. Monosyllabic is at the word level. All monosyllabic words are stressed, so it's just one syllable, like eat, good, book, on. And bisyllabic, uh, there are this mean two syllabic, like table, convince, yellow, baseball, and there are four type of it. They just one. And multisyllabic, there are two type, three syllable and four syllable, such as animal, three syllable, and phonology, there are four syllable. That's called syllable. And stress, so stress syllable, that's mean are louder. And well, we can, I mean, like we can differ from stress and unstressed because stress, that mean higher in pitch and also somewhat this longer. Because in English word, I mean like that mean at least in one syllable there is a stress. And now phonology. Phonology is the sound pattern of language. Also, phonology tell us what sound are in a language, how they do and can combine into words, and explain why certain phonetic features are important to identifying a word. And there is a phoneme. Phoneme is part of phonology. Phonemes are the basic unit of sound and are sensed in your mind rather than spoken. So we have to sense by our mind and think. Okay, let's move. There is allophone. Allophone is one of two or more variant of the same phoneme in a language. I mean, like same, but it does not change the meaning. But it is the variant. For example, pen, pen. The P is strong, and then spin. It is weak, and then stop, stop, stop. It is just no P. So the first one at the beginning, pen, and then the in the middle of a word, spin, and then at the end of a word, stop. And then allomorph. Allomorph is very common in most languages for morpheme. And then it's all about the shape and the state of having variant in form, such as love, it became lover, adding er. That's allomorph. It is mean combination and the shape of, I mean like the variant. And then alternation. Well, alternation, the base form are not spelled in the same way, such as sheep and shepherd, sheep and sheep. It is, I mean like, it is alternate. Well, alternation, like for example, pig and piggy, pig and piggy. It is different in long and length, but it is the word is the same. Like, I mean like alternate to each other, divide and division. And then morphology. Morphology is same. It is the study of form. It's the branch of linguistics. There are phonetic and phonology, and now is morphology. The study word structure, especially in terms of morphemes. The adjective is morphological. Morphology and morphological. Well, morphology is the study and description of word formation as inflection, derivation, and compounding in language. The first one is free morpheme. Free morpheme are that can stand by themselves as a single word. For example, there are lexical and grammatical. Serve, press, add, and. Well, it has the meaning. It stands by itself. So the basic noun, adjective, and verb. Well, okay. And then bond morpheme. Bond morpheme that cannot stand normally alone and are typically attached to another form. Such example, ed, s, ing, and on, er, and less. Such as unhappy. The cannot have the meaning if it is not attached to happy. All right. And then teacher, careless, talked, teaching. That means the ed talked, it is the past tense. So the ed can stand itself, so it must be attached to another. And also bond morpheme, it's defined two categories. The first one, derivational and inflectional. Derivational morpheme are those bond morpheme that we use in making new word or making word of a different grammatical category. So the adjective, if we add the derivational morpheme, it became noun. And also noun, if we add derivational morpheme, it became adjective. Such as good, the adjective goodness, it became noun. And care, it's noun. And if we add careful, that means it became adjective. And derivational is all about the prefix and suffixes. And now inflectional or inflection are these bond morphemes that are used to indicate aspect of grammatical function of a word, such as cleaned, it is past tense. And also there are 8 inflection in English for possessive, plural, present participle, third person singular, past tense, past participle, superlative, comparative. So it can stand by itself. So it's need to attach to another word so it has the meaning. And I think that's all from me. And thank you very much for your attention. And the last I say, wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.